Alright, what's going on guys? It's GCP here. And you guys remember when Infinity Ward said that this year, with Modern Warfare, they are going to be focusing on the fun. So where then is the fun? Where's the fun factor here? Because I think I might be missing something. One of the things that they were concerned about, and of course, this was in an interview. I can't really find where exactly they said that, but I read it somewhere and I'll post it up on the screen for you guys. But this came from one of the developers saying that they are going to focus less on the balancing in this game that is ruining the fun in Modern Warfare. You know, stuff that appeals to more esports and all that stuff. They're going to focus more on the fun. You know, what made Call of Duty, or that arcade shoot style gameplay in the very beginning, what made Call of Duty great, you know, that stuff. So that's the stuff that they said that they are going to focus on. But what ended up happening? Let's see. They started balancing stuff again, you know, the M4, the 725. Now granted, the 725 was broken, but at the same time, that was actually fun. And I'll be probably one of the minorities in saying that. I know a lot of people were complaining about the 725 being like a sniper, having the range of a sniper. But at the same time, I thought it was fun. Yes, I would complain about it because it was crazy whenever I got killed by that insane amount of range. But whenever I put it on, I had a lot of fun with it. I'm not even gonna lie. But guess what? They nerfed it into the ground now. The 725 is no longer fun to use. In fact, I see less people using the 725 than any gun else in this game. So they balanced that. And then remember the M4 was running rampant in this game in the very beginning? I think the reason for that was because it was the most popular weapon that people recognized, and it was one of the default weapons. And of course, now that they took away the prestige system and they want you to prestige your weapon or max out your weapon, of course they're gonna play with a certain weapon until it's maxed out, and that's why the M4 was so popular. That's why a lot of people were using that weapon. But now, it seems like they are nerfing everything in this game. They're trying to balance it out, even when they said that they weren't going to work or focus on balancing weapons and stuff in this game, so that way they can focus on the fun factor. These are developers that are coming over from the original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. So you would think that these original devs would have the same vision of what made those games so great. Why are those games so popular? What made those games so fun to play, regardless of all the broken stuff in that game? Like, for example, the M16 from Modern Warfare. Yes, that gun was the most widely used, and it was, in some people's eyes, considered the most OP. But people loved playing that game when it first came out. Nowadays, it's a lot slower, but back in the day, the M16 was widely used because it was a lot of fun. Yes, it was a little more powerful than the other weapons, but it still was fun. Modern Warfare 2. Look, there's a lot of stuff wrong with that game, but nobody can deny that the fun factor in Modern Warfare 2 was there for the majority of people. Not everybody's gonna agree, but for the majority of people, Modern Warfare 2 is one of the top 5 Call of Duties made. It was just so fun. Everything about that game. The kill streaks, stacking, the crazy noob tubes, even though that was rage inducing. For a lot of people that was fun. The quick scoping, even though I am not a fan of quick scoping, a lot of people, the quick scoping community enjoyed that game because they had a lot of fun. It really applied or really appealed to a whole variety and types of gamers and play styles in that game. So these are the same developers who have developed classic games like those, and you didn't really see any type of balance in those games. Balancing now has become an everyday routine thing with games. So my question to these developers is, have you guys forgotten what you just said? Remember, you guys were saying you're not going to focus on all of the stuff that is going to take away from the fun and focus too much on esports because that has taken away from that fun factor. You guys remember that? Or have you guys completely lied to us and gone with your own vision? I mean, I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand what these developers are trying to do here. I mean, I want this game to be good. I want us to return to the roots of having that fun factor in these games. But if you're going to have a game that caters to campers, that caters to noobs, and if you're going to have with this latest patent that was found in the files, where you're going to give an advantage to people who have a lower skilled tier or some lower skill, and you're going to give them an advantage where they get some sort of protection from players who have quote-unquote higher skill, you're going to do all that stuff in this game, but you're not going to promote the fun that made these games so great. If you're not going to fix the core issues with this game, you know, people who have been advocating for these core issues since the beginning when this game first came out, we've been saying it all along, fix these core issues. But if you're not going to address them, I mean, I know you guys hear us. That's the problem. You guys hear us, but you're not listening. But guess what? As soon as Ninja says something about Gunfight, he said, I don't understand why Gunfight was taken out when it was one of literally the most fun game modes in this game. One of the developers actually responds to him. I mean, it makes sense, he's Ninja, but still, like, you have a core fan base who plays day in and day out this game. But Ninja, who plays a host of other games, mainly Fortnite, doesn't even play Modern Warfare that often. You're gonna respond to him and give him a clear answer when everybody else has been asking for an answer, asking for something. Give us some sort of feedback, letting us know if these core changes are going to be coming, or they're going to be fixed, things are going to be addressed, or why you're not addressing those. At least give us something. But you're not going to respond to us, the dedicated fans to the Call of Duty series, but you're going to respond to Ninja. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. And then you wonder why people are frustrated, not only with this game, but you guys, the developers. You understand what you're doing here? Like, this is customer service 101. You want to appeal, you want to answer to people who consume your game on the daily. Do you not? Does that not make sense to you guys? Well, I mean, what is there not to understand about that? It's 101. You want to appeal to those players who are going to continue to play your game, who are going to continue to support you. The developers don't understand this. They really don't understand this. That's why in my last commentary, I was saying maybe we need some fresh faces. Maybe we need things to change at Infinity Ward. We need a shakeup. Or if those things are not possible, then maybe it's time that we let Infinity Ward go. Maybe it's time for these guys to just go bye-bye. Because guess what? Again, like I said before, this is the third strike. The first game that they came back with this new studio or new group of guys at Infinity Ward, failed horribly. The second game that they came out with, again, failed horribly. And we thought with this third game, they would finally have a good game. But did they? No, they sure did not. That's why I said 3 games in a row where you have made a failed Call of Duty game, where the fan base has not been pleased with what you guys have put out. So in any company where you have not only just a development studio, but you have a group of guys who put out failed content where it is just not clicking with the community or the consumers, you would think those guys would have been let go. But for whatever reason, these guys have not been let go of yet, and I really don't know why. But something needs to change. Something needs to happen. Something needs to change where the focus should be on the community more than the players or people who barely play this game, but you want to appeal to those guys or to the noobs, the people who are less skilled. Okay, makes a whole lot of sense. makes a whole lot of sense to me. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and also make sure you guys hit that bell notification to be notified whenever I upload. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is GCP, signing off.